What is going on, everyone? My name is Boyd and I am back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the bottom of the map in the blue color, playing as Isis. What? It's a Wallaloo changing away from his Greek. And on the other side of the map in the red color, playing as Ra, is Xerxes, sticking with his guns here. The map is Anatolia. And this is an interesting one, to say the very least. Now, a lot of people feel like that this is a ISIS favored map. And you know what? They're probably not wrong. However, the ISIS-Ra dynamic is an interesting one because Ra gets empowerment onto this food here, which means he gets a stronger early game boom than the ISIS player by not an insignificant margin. He'll be able to get those fishing ships out a little bit faster. And then beyond that, because his economy is a bit stronger because he's got empowerment on gold and wood, means he's able to get out things like purse scene really easily. And on top of that, be able to put more villagers on gold and advance to the heroic age at a good time. Or even be able to grab an early second town center while not losing too much empowerment. The flip side is ISIS can kind of do the same thing a little bit less efficiently early, but you'll still be able to get out quite a significant amount of food. And the issue for Egyptian is going to be not food, it's going to be gold. And what does ISIS have that a Ra does not have? Prosperity, and gets a bunch of gold out of that gold mine, and yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing indeed. So see what they come up with. But I think in this specific matchup on this specific map, 2 town center fast heroic here from the ISIS. And center control is generally the way that I've seen this shape up and work for the ISIS player's favor. So you want to make sure that you're in the heroic age by as late as 8 minutes and 30 seconds. You should be able to get 2 town centers, get enough, and then get a heroic age by 8:30. And if you can do that, Bob's your uncle. You're ready to function in this game and be in a real good spot. Now, Ra, on the other hand, not able to do that crazy 2 town center 8:30 heroic age because obviously no prosperity. So what do? I really think you got to make around about 10 cabinets, 10 to 15 cabinets, somewhere in that region, and then go heroic age with it. So you're pushing your opponent off food, slowing their heroic age down as much as you possibly can, maybe even forcing out some cabinets, and try and force him to be on your page. Yeah, seeing the dot going up on the top side. Another thing to note in this map, in this matchup, we've seen 2 docks on both sides for both players, but going on separate sides first. And as a result, we've actually seen Wallaloo able to grab 3 extra fish on top of Xerxes, who's only managed to get the 9 fish instead of the 12 that Wallaloo's going to be able to have, and Wallaloo will be able to clean up the rest of these fish as well. I mean, unless Xerxes continues building fishing ships, which it does not look like he's doing, not only is that happening, but also more fishing spots are getting taken. So Xerxes is going to be really starved for fish in this game, and surely Xerxes has got to realize that he can build fishing ships on this side of the map now, because Wallaloo's overcommitted to this top side, but it's just not happening. And Wallaloo's going to be in a really nice position, and he's still spamming fishing ships from his bottom, another dock coming up, and temple coming up now. So see what Xerxes' reaction is. He's going to be unhappy about that one. He's got what looks to be only 13 fishing ships Whereas Wooloo is going to be on a crazy amount here. He's already 11 up there, and then he's going to be making them on the bottom of the map as well. But Bast is incoming for Wooloo, and Xerxes also going through Bast. Now, how many villages? We've got 12 villages on wood and 6 villages on gold with a monument coming up. He'll probably run back to the gold line. This indicates to me that Kebnets are on their way. So, no fast heroic from Xerxes. However, what have we got over here? Very similar situation for Wooloo. So we might be seeing that semi-fast heroic water fight from both players here. It's definitely not a bad option here. So the way you do it is when you hit the classical age, you spam Kebnets out. You want to make around 12, play pretty defensive, and just protect your fish. And send villagers to gold, build an armory straight away, get per scene as soon as you're in the classical age, and then go from there. But unless you're in Xerxes' position, because he doesn't actually have that much fish, so he can't really afford to get that per scene. He needs to go for these fishing ships and prevent them from being grabbed. Whereas Wooloo can probably grab per scene straight away and he'd be okay. But I don't actually think that he is doing that. So just going straight up go for Kebnets here. And that's it. Looks like Xerxes on top of Wooloo at the moment. So doing some good damage here. And the Sphinx coming in to inflict some pain over here. No second town center just yet. If we're seeing no person, it does kind of make that semi-fast heroic strat kind of dead. Doesn't really get enough food. So we're probably going to be seeing maybe see fast second town center or like semi-fast second town center. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure at this point. I can't really read what's going on. It's like both players are putting their armory down. This is a really bad wood line for these Wooloo villagers. Every single time they walk through this lumber camp, it's got to be about at least 5 wood that they're missing out on. And over 12 villages, it's kind of like you're down 2 villages or 3 villages on wood here, which is insane. Actually, even more, like 4 villages on wood. You're probably down 4 villages of wood just because of how bad this wood is. Just build a lumber camp, man. It's not that hard. They're free. You're Egyptian. They're free. No shame in building that lumber camp. He's built this side, but not over here. I shake my head. Xerxes lumber camp on the beautiful lumber camp right here, and just spam those villagers onto gold. Actually coming up nice and quick on this food situation. He does have first thing, so I didn't see it. Do both players grab it? Okay, so this is why the difference in food right now is so severe right now for Wooloo versus Xerxes. Even though Wooloo has more fishing ships, Xerxes has more food because of Persing. Persing gives you, 30% extra fish gather rate. I'm pretty sure it also gives you a higher carry capacity, but maybe I'm wrong on that one. Segment coming through right now for Xerxes. So it's an interesting choice there. It will allow him to throw a town center up and hold on to it. Consider there was quite a defensive building there, but not going Hathor means some crazy shenanigans might be unfolding here. Catharo of Apollo in the middle. Oh, we always see this. I never understand why we don't see relics grabbed. Look, we've got Tusk of the Iron Boar, absolutely insane relic, and we've got Catharo of Apollo, which is like probably the one of the best economic relics you can have. Maybe behind like the Dionysus one or whatever it is, where it doubles your villager carry capacity. Just because it like speeds your villagers up, it'll speed up your farms, it'll speed up you dropping off resources and all the other stuff. But putting the citadel in the home location is a little bit interesting there, but okay, I like it. It gives them a little bit more population. So now the Ra is in exactly the same state as an Isis is in terms of population. One more population, so 169 of 3 town centers with 4 or 5 town centers. You get the 172. Is that correct? 169? I can't even remember what it is. But he's got an extra 10 population from this town center, from this Citadel center, and now the town center's going up. There's cabinets pushing some damage over here, and we do see Salt and Fora coming through. And now Xerxes ready to come in and bash some of what Wooloo's got going on over here. Wooloo gets to the heroic age. 3 Nephthys there, 9:30 though, so a little bit late. And we see the Scarabs chilling over here with his Sphinx as well. Not making any more of these, but I like that he's forced Wooloo to make priests. This is really good because he's not spamming Scarabs at all, not going for any sort of Eclipse all in. These priests have effectively just wasted 700 gold of Wooloo's usage there, which basically evens out the prosperity element. Maybe it's 300 goldish. Maybe I'm not 100% sure. Probably evens it out, to be honest, because you probably. I always kind of think about prosperity as net gets me about 1,000 gold, but I would still be getting maybe 300 gold in that point anyway. So seven priests. It about evens out. Now the Leviathan coming in to clean up. This is one strong unit. These heavy cabinets, they are strong, they're heavy, but 1,000 HP, 25 damage per second versus 6.6 damage per second. You do the math, it's going to be a Leviathan all the way. But the dog will be able to slowly pick this guy off if he targets it down. But for now, so she's just trying to secure the map or his town centers. He's got to be a little bit concerned. He's got to be a little bit concerned about gold mines on this map. We are seeing that there is a second Scarab coming in. Really preemptive Eclipse here just to prevent Ancestors Eclipse from coming in. Now the Priest, the Pharaoh are also coming in, going to be picking off these heroes or these myth units very, very fast. You can see them automatically targeted down. No funeral rides, so it's going to be a slow process, but they will pick them off eventually. And even though they're dealing like 9, well actually it's more than that. It's like 18 crush damage here. They do so much damage. It's not going to be quite enough, and the Mythos Remold will be surviving for the time being. And that's unfortunate for Xerxes, but while it's going on, he is getting this town center up. So while you're attacking, expand. The old saying. That is the old saying indeed. And now we've got war elephants out for Wooloo. I like the war elephants here. There's so much food that you can spend on them. Now, we've got Pharaoh picking off some units over here. Probably should be on top of this Migdol, because Ancestors Eclipse will come down, but the rain comes out. God Cloud blocking, just making sure you can get up Migdols. You can always defend against this Ancestors Eclipse with a couple of Migdols and like a sun-dried mud brick or something like that. But he is Sekna, so no sun-dried mud brick, maybe get Masons instead as a consolation prize. But we're looking at the population now. Wooloo 94 to Xerxes 118, and there are no priests coming out for Xerxes. I'm going to send some villagers up here, maybe to sneak over onto the gold mine, chuck a market up in the corner, all good stuff. These guys trying to do their thing, but I mean, Cavalry, they're a strong unit, dude. Get those on top of the siege towers. Nice migrate from Xerxes. Up until that point where they start targeting the siege towers. And as the Eclipse comes down, villagers run, army runs. Probably not going to get too much out of this. There's only 3 siege towers and there's a lot of villagers here. Didn't garrison into the Migdol though, so he may lose that Migdol if he's not careful. We'll see if this town center will eject and try and save this, or just say, alright, you have the town center, but I'm going to defend. Do you have the Migdol, but I'm going to defend the town center? Could be the option here. I mean, so long as he doesn't lose the villagers, he's in a fine position to continue. If he loses the town center, it's not the end of the world. Now as the units are all going for this town center, the siege towers for some reason not popping out. Pharaoh pops out, villagers pop out, trying to repair it up. 8 seconds left on the Ancestors Eclipse, and now This is going to be a scary Rara to deal with. Villagers pop out, it's going to be losing this town center, but again, this town center's not up yet for all this, so it's still going to be even population as this fight comes in. Not only that, but Xerxes would have gone above and beyond 140 there, so he's sitting at 150 as the fight starts. Villagers attacking at this point because he knows he needs this gold mine. Does have one camel over here to pick off villagers slowly but surely. Now the town center coming back up now for Xerxes, so he's in a good position now. There's no answers to clips left. He's got a citadel. He's got units out. There's only one Migdol stronghold up the wall, and this is the only gold mine that he's got. So now Xerxes can start making his attack here, and those villagers moving forward to this gold mine, but villagers will just fall at this point. And all this sitting at nearly 0 resources here as he's trying to spam those units out. Another Migdol stronghold trying to get up, but it's just looking like these units are going to slowly die over the course of this attack here. We see the siege tower do manage to pick up that siege workshop. Right, so Xerxes just spamming out the chariot archers here, doing some nice work for the time being, but he's actually going to get this situation reversed on him if he's not careful. This priest in the back still alive. Siege tower's pushing through. Xerxes has a lot of gold in the bank, but he's not going to have another gold mine because he gets pushed off this gold mine here by one cavalry. Now Xerxes going for another Migdol. Pharaoh and Power makes this go up super quickly. Migdol stronghold on top of it, siege towers on top of it, villagers trying to help out. Remember, these are probably Skin of the Rhino, yeah. So these are villagers. They hurt, they pack a punch. We'll see if he can move in at this point or not. I'm not sure what'll happen there. Picking off units, still in his stuff. Siege towers need to move forward, try and put them right here in front of the chariot archers and force Xerxes to have to micro and misclick like exactly like that. That's what you want to be seeing. Again, Lulu is struggling to pump units here. 128 to 140 pop, and Xerxes got a lot of resources in the bank here. He's going to have his market down though, so he can't go Mythic Age. It would be really nice to see him just get Osiris now. Doesn't have a market. He does have a market, so he could sell. He just sold all of that wood, and he's just going for Osiris here. Villagers running away from this mercenary coming in, but the mercenary will die. They don't survive for that long. It's only like 35 seconds. So that's pretty huge right there. This is a lot of gold, and it's not doing that much damage. By the time we get to the fight, we're seeing them be fairly low on the lifespan already. They stick around and they're going to deal some damage, but it's not going to be that much. Trying to raid the villages now with mercenary cavalry. I like it. I like it. Alright, Xerxes almost in Horus at this point. Probably able to use like a tornado here and pick off this because there's no monument protection here. And the cavalry going down. Siege towers are running right now, but the villagers are inside the town center ready to help out, pick off these siege towers as soon as they can. Xerxes just holding on. He just knows I just need to get Mythic Age here. I'm surprised he didn't go with Osiris, to be honest. I feel like that would help him out a significant amount here. And villagers are on the wood. Needs to get more wood, looks like. It's already got 1,000. It's just like a matter of just build another Migdol stronghold and you'll be able to produce units. It just doesn't want to. There's the Horus coming out. Villagers just being used to fight at this point. Tornado coming down to this location. I guess if he can pick off the both Migdol strongholds, then that's all of the production facilities. But he picks off a couple of villages, or a lot of villages there, I should say. Migdol stronghold just about picked off. The top one's still alive though, and Wooloo is sitting at max population at this point. Let's lose their house somewhere though. Now the Avenger here. Surely he makes a beeline for the villages and tries to pick all those guys off. The special attacks for the Avengers on villages is one of the most disgusting things you can ever see. He just does so much damage. There you go, you see all the HP bars get shown up there and they just just get completely destroyed. But Xerxes still holding on here, even with like no population. For some reason, he's just completely cancelled all production and he's just going to be spamming mercenaries. Why does he stop building units? Maybe chuck down another Migdol stronghold. Not producing any of those Avengers. Been a little brain fart moment or something like that. Changing back to his town center. Wooloo, on the other hand, not even close to the mythic age. He realizes he's in a bit of a sticky situation. He needs to take this town center down, otherwise he will not win this game. But we aren't seeing any gold mines for Xerxes at this point. So he's sitting at 400 gold. While spamming, well, he was spamming mercenaries. Sitting at 400 gold. Has no market to speak of in any decent position. So how is he going to be able to get a gold mine back? Is the question you have to ask. We'll see what happens. Looking like siege towers are running in here. Still trying to kill this, but I guess Xerxes is just like, I can just pick off units for ages now. And remember, he does have trade. I mean, he's selling food at this point, but not getting very much for it. So big pain. We'll just pop out of the town center yet again. Gonna keep slowing down Wooloo. Surely, well, now he's got chariot archers coming in. Picking up these villages. He can now move these villages forward and grab this gold mine, which he is doing. I'd love to see him set up a market and just start trading, because if he starts now, then he's in a good position to not even need another gold mine after this one. It's only got 2,000 gold left in it though, so I guess we need a couple of markets. Now the villagers moving forward. These towers getting denied at this point. I feel like he's just absolutely, he really wants this town center. He feels like he can get it right now, but I don't think it's going to be enough. He's really just pick off these towers, siege towers so quickly, and he does manage to get every single one of them before he gets that last shot. Even if he got it though, we've only gone down to 200 HP. Now he can repair this town center with empowerment from the pharaoh there if he wants to. Not choosing to. Does have the masons up and the fortified town center, so he's some strong town centers here. Lots of HP. Chariots picking off some stuff. The villagers needing to retreat here away from these spearmen and mercenary, but kind of just throwing units away at this point. As the mercenary does get picked off, and Xerxes is kind of stabilizing here. A lot of villagers moving up onto these top gold mines now, and Wooloo still hasn't started his trade route. And the Migdol stronghold sitting good, helping him out. Finally got the 2 up so he can spam those chariot archers out. We'll see what he can do with these chariots, but I guess he can just defend for as long as he wants, because he just needs to get out of catapult now. A couple of walls around here and he should be able to just pick off this town center, because it's a little bit of a rubbish position if you're asking me. Seeing the heavy chariots moving forward, realizing no, we don't need to, but we can turn around and pick off some of these units going up to the Scorpion Man. We'll be able to pick him off nice and fast there, so really well played. And we're going to be picking off even more units. There's so many heavy chariots here, able to just completely rinse this ISIS army. And not only that, he's got bone bow as well, so that's going to give him even more range to play with. Or he can shoot from afar and run away if he so chooses, or just walk right into the other chariot archers and pretend like he didn't need bone bow at all. That's the story right now. And we do have catapult coming out. Well, the catapult's already here, but no walls just yet. So a mercenary or two, mercenary cavalry or two, we'll be able to pick those off if he doesn't chuck those walls up. But Xerxes throwing away some chariot archers here. Looks like he's happy to just make these trades. Sitting underneath this Migdol stronghold. Another Migdol coming up now for Wooloo just to defend this position here. But now there's a catapult on top of this town center, and we do see the mercenary cavalry immediately start building without any walls here. This is just going to be some dead catapult, and 120 gold to pick off one catapult. That's worth, if you ask me. He's going for it as well. Catapult gets pulled back, wall's finally coming up. You have to be thinking, how does my opponent stop what I'm going to be doing? And you got to go, okay, I can stop his options there, but looking like a fairly decent trade though. One catapult for 3 mercenary cavalry or 4 mercenary cavalry. That's about what you want to see as a decent trade, but Migdol Stronghold picked off over here. Son of Osiris up now for Wooloo, or Osiris up for Wooloo. He's going to be after this Son of Osiris here, and he's going to do a lot of damage. You see how many low HP chariots are. If the chain lightning bounces nice enough, it's going to be a lot of dead units. They're trying to micro away, not able to do so. They're going to lose the rest of these chariot archers, but does almost half HP on that Son of Osiris. That's absolutely gigantic. Now the catapults are back in here, picking off this fortified town center. The walls are now coming up for Xerxes, ready to start taking this town center and taking this game. But didn't finish off the wall. 2 walls, it's not enough. 2 wall segments, it's just not really enough. And this, well, now we're still seeing those trades though, still forcing out mercenary cavalry. It's not the worst. When you have 2 here, it's still going to be 4 for 2. Maybe pick off the other one. So well played there. We've got the mummy coming in for Wooloo now. Chariot archers should immediately focus down that Son of Osiris if he can. He does have 24 range on the bone bow, so hits this Son of Osiris so much earlier. And there's the town center falling for Wooloo as he's running his Son of Osiris away. Mummy gets picked off. The catapult trying to hit the other catapult, but he's so inaccurate. And there we do see the catapult getting picked off by that big boulder of this Wooloo catapult. Son of Osiris getting targeted by the Migdol Stronghold. Really nice play there, preventing him from coming in. Only 29 HP left. That's gonna be it for this Son of Osiris. It seems like he's still trying to move in and move out, but as soon as he sees him, we're just seeing this Migdol Stronghold targeting him down. Chariot archers on top of it. Son of Osiris gets picked off. Town center trying to come back up right now, but no population for Xerxes to build these catapults. He needs to get it out and target down this town center. Migdol Stronghold gonna be falling though. It's looking like a real attempt at picking off these siege weapons. So he's just gonna lose this Migdol. It's totally fine. He still has 2 to produce, so it's just a nice position for it. That's all. The villagers all getting picked off at this point. This town center's probably not going up here at all. All the villagers do die in this location. Chariot archers now get champion. 400 HP left on this Migdol. It's going to be a difficult task to pick off this catapult before he takes the Migdol Stronghold. But more villagers coming in. And we've got a couple of mercenary cavalry coming in now to prevent it from going up. And still just 1 catapult. All you need, just 1 catapult to come out and prevent this town center for good. But it's not happening. These chariot archers just staying alive for too long, and Wooloo taps out. GG, well played by Xerxes. Constant pressure from Wooloo, just not able to get his economy up to the same standards that Xerxes was out there. And after taking the town center down, wasn't able to really do too much with it once the tornado came out. So well played by Xerxes. So 2-1 now. So we'll move on to the final possible game, or the next game. It is best of 3, so the first of 3 wins. So Xerxes on match point now. So Wooloo has to take the next game to stay alive in this series. So we'll get that next game going real soon. Thanks for hanging out with me. And yeah.